superheroes and supervillains? It's your friend Sean PVS 101. Welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing very well recently. With the new release, Despicable Me 4 is finally out in theaters and later on digital. It's time to do a brand new ranking video on my YouTube channel. And what ranking video should I do on my channel? It's time to do a ranking video of all the Despicable Me franchise from weakest to best. When it comes to the Despicable Me franchise, personally, I'm actually a fan of the Despicable Me movies. I'm actually a major fan of the Despicable Me franchise because I personally really love all the movies. That's right, I really actually like all of them, in my opinion, because I'm a fan of the franchise. I think they're pretty fun and very entertaining to watch, and even if you're feeling in a little depressing mood, what's going on around the world, these movies are a perfect way to watch those movies for your escapism, and Despicable Me franchise is no exception for it. But it's a ranking video because while I really enjoy all the Despicable Me franchise, but there's some other ones in the series are a lot better than the other one. But these are just my personal opinions and my thoughts on these movies. So if you're a fan of all the movies, just like me, or if you like one, then the other one, more powerful to you. These are just my opinions and my thoughts, but we can have all different opinions and thoughts on movies and shows and even cartoons we like or dislike. But let's not get toxic, but let's get a little respectful about it. But anyways, let's get into the ranking, shall we? And let's get Despicable. Coming at number 6, I have the Minions movie at number 6. At number 6, I have the 2015 movie Minions. While I still really enjoy the first Minions movie, because I still enjoy this movie, I find this movie to be a guilty pleasure good time. Well, man, I do like the Minions movie, but however, it's the weakest one of the Despicable Me franchise because the story is not the strongest one of the franchise, because this movie is focused on the Minions doing their little shenanigans while they're going on their own little venture to find a brand new master like Scarlet Overkill. It's not a perfect movie. It's not one of my favorite ones of the franchise because of the story is not the strongest, but I still don't hate it. It's goofy, it's silly, but hey, it's the Minions. It's what it is. But there's some aspect I do really like. I still love the animation to this day. The animation is still wonderful and creative and colorful. The backgrounds of the visuals are incredible. I love this movie set in the year 1968 when this movie take place in. This is the same year when my mom was born on that year, 1968. My mom's name is Gina, but I do love the movie set in the late 60s, like 1968, from the England setting, and also do like the villains, Scarlet, Overkill, and Herb. Those villains are a lot of fun, and even the best part of the movie is the ending when young Gru appears right at the end of the movie. That is the best part of the movie, in my opinion. So yeah, Minions, not my favorite one of the franchise, but I do really enjoyed it. I find this movie to be a guilty pleasure good time. Coming at number 5, I have Despicable Me 3. At my number 5 spot, I have Despicable Me 3. Personally, I do really like Despicable Me 3. Sure is the weakest of the main 4 movies, but personally, I do like Despicable Me 3 for what it is. Sure, it's not a great movie because it has some couple of issues, like the story and the side plots can be a little messy and unfocused, but there's some aspect I do really like about the movie. I love Gru and Drew's brotherhood relationship throughout the movie when they act like brothers and siblings. I do love the villain, Balbazar Brat, voiced by the talented Trey Parker, was so fun and exciting. I love Balbazar Brat. He is such a fantastic, fun villain. I just love his lines of when he says, "I've been a bad boy." I just really love I just really love his 1980s style villain, in my opinion. And his motivation when he's trying to destroy Hollywood is pretty hilarious to see how Hollywood these days. and also I do like some Minions shenanigans, like when the Minions want to go back to villainy, and I just really love when the Minions are in prison. It's pretty funny. And also I do like the other characters. Like, I still love Gru to this day. I still love the orphan girls, Lucy, and I do like Drew. And even the best part is the animation. The animation is still fantastic to this day. It's very creative, colorful, and I love everything about the movie. So yeah, not the best one, the Despicable Me franchise. There's some parts that could have done better, like some other characters like Nico and Val Dimitri could have cut out of the movie, but oh well. I do like Despicable Me 3 for what it is. Not the best, but I like it. Coming at number 4 spot, I have the newest release of the franchise, Despicable Me 4. Yep, at my number 4 spot, I have Despicable Me 4. Personally, after I watched Despicable Me 4 a few times in theaters and a lot more on digital at home, personally, I do really like Despicable Me 4. I don't find that movie not that bad, in my opinion. Sure, is not as strong as the first two movies, but I personally enjoyed Despicable Me for what it is. Sure, the story and the writing and the side plots isn't the strongest of the franchise, because I find the story to be a little bit quite messy, but there's some moments, some parts of the movie kind of win me back. Like, the ending and the climax is so good and so exciting to watch. Even the climax and the ending was the best part of the movie, because it keeps the charm and the magic of the Despicable Me movies, which I do really like a lot. And also, I do like some characters in this movie. I still love Steve Carell as Gru. Gru is still a fantastic character a lot in the movie. I do love the girls, Lucy. Even I do like the Minions as funny characters, and I also do like the Mega Minions, knockoff superheroes. I do like the Mega Minions, and also I do like some new characters. Like, I do like Joey King as Poppy Prescott. I do like Poppy a lot. Also Maxime Lamal, voiced by none other than Will Ferrell, stole the show. I do love Maxime Lamal, this new cockroach villain. He's such a fun villain, in my opinion. I do love Maxime Lamal, and Valentina is such a good character. And also Gru Jr. Gru Jr. is such an adorable character. I love Gru Jr. I know Gru Jr. looks like Jack from The Incredibles, but Gru Jr. is cute. So yeah, I do like Despicable Me 4, and also the animation is fantastic to this day. So yeah, I like Despicable Me 4. Such a fun movie. Not the best one in the franchise, but I like Despicable Me 4 for what it is. At number 3, I have Minions: The Rise of Gru. At my number 3 spot, I have Minions: The Rise of Gru. I really love this one because Minions: Rise of Gru is a major step up compared to the first Minions movie we got in 2015. While I don't hate the first Minions movie, I liked it, but it's not my favorite one of the franchise. But this one, Minions: Rise of Gru, is the James Gunn's The Suicide Squad of the Despicable Me franchise. Why? Because both of these movies are a major step up compared to the first predecessors, because both of these first predecessors did not well received by critics, and then the next follow-up, the second one, was a lot better. But Minions: Rise of Gru is no exception. I really love Minions: Rise of Gru. It is a fantastic prequel / origin story to the main Despicable Me movie, than a Minions spin-off movie. I just really love watching Minions: Rise of Gru. It has got to be the most fun and excited one of the franchise. Even more exciting than watching Despicable Me 4. While I enjoy Despicable Me 4, but Minions: The Rise of Gru has the upper edge, in my opinion. I do love everything about the movie. Like, I do like the storytelling for this movie was a lot better. Like, adding a younger Gru who wants to become a supervillain that joined the Vicious Six during the 1970s era was very creative and fun. I love the characters. Young Gru was so adorable and iconic. I love Young Gru so much. He is so wholesome and adorable and badass at the same time. Also the minions, Kevin Stewart Bob. I love Kevin Stewart Bob in this. I love Dr. Nefario and Wild Knuckles. They're fantastic characters, and even the Vicious Six are pretty cool and fun villains. They're not in the movie that much, but they're pretty fun villains. So yeah, I really love Minions Rise of Gru. It has got to be the most exciting one of the franchise, and even I like this one a lot more than Despicable Me 4. So yeah, I really love Minions Rise of Gru, and that's why it's at number 2 spot. Number 3 spot. I meant number 3. My number 2 spot, I have the first Despicable Me movie. At my number 2, I have the first Despicable Me movie. I really love this movie to this day. This movie is the one that started all. I still adore the first Despicable Me movie when it came out back in 2010. This movie's still a classic to this day. I love everything about the movie, like its storytelling. I still love the animation to this day. The animation still holds up. The characters are so iconic and fantastic. Steve Carell as Phenolius Gru, still one of the best characters of the entire franchise. I freaking adore Gru. Gru has got to be the best written protagonist and most well-developed character of any movie franchise. The girls are still adorable and lovable. I love Margot, Edith, and Agnes. They're the most heartwarming characters of the franchise. The villain, Vector, is such a funny and hilarious villain. I adore Vector. His lines are never get old. And even the minions, I do like the minions for what it is. They're pretty enjoyable. And also I love Dr. Nefario. So yeah, I still adore the first Despicable Me movie. It is an absolute classic from the beginning, middle, end. So yeah, that's why it's at number 2 spot, because I still really adore the first Despicable Me movie. It is such a masterpiece. Alright, at my number 1 spot, I have Despicable Me 2. I really love Despicable Me 2. Despicable Me 2 is gotta be the best one of the franchise, in my opinion. Despicable Me 2 is right now my number 1 spot. I adore this movie, in my opinion. This is gonna be the best one of the sequels, in my opinion. Not my favorite sequel, but it's gotta be the best one of the Despicable Me franchise. Here's the one thing I want to go back watching the most from the sequels. It's gotta be Despicable Me 2. I really adore this movie. I love everything about Despicable Me 2. The writing, the storytelling, the characters are so lovable and very likable. I love the humor. The humor's got to be the funniest one in the franchise, along with the first movie. And even the animation is still fantastic. I love everything about Despicable Me 2. It's got to be the best one in the franchise. I love everything about Despicable Me 2, like its story, characters, animation, visuals. Everything about this movie was fantastic. I adore Despicable Me 2, hands down. And even Gru's character in this movie has got to be the best one he has ever been. I love Lucy. Lucy is such a fantastic character to this franchise. The villain El Macho was awesome and badass, and even the purple minions are so cool and threatening. So yeah, I still adore Despicable Me 2. It's got to be the best one of the franchise and the best Illumination movie, along with the first one and Minions Rise of Gru and the Super Mario Bros. Movie as Illumination's best movie. And that's why Despicable Me 2 is got to be the best one of the Despicable Me franchise and my favorite one of the series. Well, that's it for my video, for my ranking of all the Despicable Me franchise. I hope you like this video. Give me a like and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Comment down below what is your opinion on this video. Did you like it or dislike it? Comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next videos. And yet, totally wicked!